Okay, I think I am live. Thank you guys all for being here. I'm so excited about this. I'm checking the comments right now. So, the very first thing I want you to do is tell me where you're tuning in from. I see Olivia from San Francisco. I see Chateau from north of Seattle. I see Only and Sunny from LA. Mel from Hawaii. Oh my gosh, I love this. Hi, Chester from Oregon. Hi, Dylan from Tampa. Hi, Tanya from Colorado. Hi, Mark from San Jose. I'm going to give everyone a few minutes to get in. I think we'll probably kick things off officially in like 2 minutes or so. Hi, Albie from California. Hi, Jennifer from Toronto. If you're just joining, let me know where you're tuning in from. I am so excited about this, but also very nervous. I've never gone live on YouTube. I posted my first video on YouTube maybe 4 years ago, and I've never once gone live. So I'm a bit nervous. I have jitters, but this is going to be really fun. Hi, Grace from Maryland. Hi, Christina. Hi, Charson from Georgia. Hi, Chao from Japan. We are live. We are officially kicking off in 2 minutes. So come on in, get your excitement ready, because this is going to be an incredible time that we're spending together to learn how to invest. And I'm going to show you how to actually invest instead of just telling you how to do it. Hey, Chris from New York. Hey, Robert from Long Beach. Hey, RB from San Antonio. Hey, Nicole from Idaho. All right, everyone, come on in, come on in. In terms of people asking how long this will last, I think it'll last about an hour, but I haven't done a proper run through, so we will see. I have a lot of valuable information that I'm excited to share with you. We're going to dive into how to start investing, why you should invest, how to actually invest. So I'm going to show you live when we're together how to invest in your first stock, how to invest $10, and so much more. So it's going to be a fun time. Have your thinking hats on. Hi, Tanvi from New Zealand. Hi, Judy from California. Hi, Juan from Puerto Rico. Okay, incredible. If you missed it, this is my first time ever going live on YouTube, so a bit nervous, but it's going to be really fun. It's going to be the best evening of your week. Okay, so I'm going to get my slides up here. Hi, Living Essence from Ohio. Hi, Christian from Miami. All right, give me a 1 on screen if you can see my slide. I just want to make sure the technology is working. Put a 1 in the comments if you can see the screen. Nicole says, I've been trying to invest, but I'm just lost. Don't worry, Nicole. By the end of this workshop together, you are going to feel so confident as an investor. My goal is to prove to you that anyone can be an investor, and it's not so complicated or risky the way many people make it out to be. So I'm going to show you the right way to invest, and that's going to help you to reach that financial freedom that we all want to have. Okay. Perfect. Everyone can see my screen. So I think we'll officially kick off. Welcome. Today, we are diving into how to start investing, what to invest in, why we should invest, and so much more. And the goal of this is that by the end, you're going to feel confident as an investor and know that your money is growing. It's working for you instead of just sitting in a bank account. So in the comments, let me know, what is your biggest hesitation when it comes to investing? What is the thing that makes you the most scared? What are you most worried about? What's your biggest hesitation for why you haven't started investing yet, or why you haven't been investing as often as you feel like you should? Let me know in the comments. And sorry, there's a little delay, so I'll see your comments probably 30 seconds after you actually write them. Okay, Worm says, feeling lost and losing money. Someone says, don't know where to start. I can completely resonate with that. When I first started learning about investing, I was completely overwhelmed. I feel like the terminology that people use is so confusing. I feel like there's so many conflicting opinions out there. And there's frankly just very bad advice. People with ulterior motives giving you advice about investing that is not actually the best thing for you to do. So, and Andre says fear of loss. I think that's so true too. I was scared that investing seemed like something risky. It's like gambling my money away. Why would I want to gamble my hard-earned money away and risk losing it? So there were a lot of misconceptions that I had about investing, and I didn't have anyone to teach me. I had to learn it all on my own. But that's why I want to do this, is I want to show you step by step how to actually invest. This is what I wish someone would have done for me when I was first getting started. So, I like free gifts. So I have a free gift for everyone who is attending the workshop and staying till the end. So the free gift, if you go to erika.com/gift, type it into your browser. It's an incredible PDF of 3 of my favorite ETFs that I actually invest in. But there's a little catch. I want to make sure that you stay and watch this whole presentation because it is going to be transformative for your finances. So at the end of the presentation, I'm going to give you the passcode to unlock this free gift. That's just to make sure that the people who receive the free gift are the ones who are actually engaged and interactive and participating in this workshop with me. So go to erika.com/gift, save that link, and at the end of the workshop, I'm going to give you the passcode to unlock my 3 favorite ETFs to invest in that have been very profitable for me personally. Okay? Now, I realize that some of you may already know me from social media, but some of you, maybe your friend sent this link to you, or your mom or your aunt or your uncle, and so you may have no clue who I am, so I'll give you a quick rundown. My name is Erika Kullberg. I am a lawyer and money expert. I have over 20 million followers on social media, and I'm the most followed financial influencer in the world, which is crazy to say because 2 years ago, when I started TikTok, it was like a completely foreign thing to me to be creating these short videos where I was talking to myself. And now I've been able to help millions of people. And it is my favorite thing about my life is that I really am on a life mission to empower people financially. I didn't grow up with money. I wasn't taught about money growing up. And the process of having to learn myself how to get out of debt. When I was in law school, I had $200,000 of debt. And the process of getting out of debt and then learning how to make my money work for me, how to invest, made me feel like I want to dedicate the rest of my life to helping others feel financially empowered so that they can learn how to make their money grow for them, how to get out of debt, and how to really take control of your finances so that you're not having to worry about paycheck to paycheck and worry about money for the rest of your life. I really want to empower you to take control of your finances so that you can get to a place of financial freedom, which is what I think we all dream of. I'm taking a moment to look at the comments, make sure we're good. Someone says Hoya Saxa. Yes, I graduated from Georgetown Law, and for undergrad, I went to Notre Dame. So we're going to be doing what I wish someone would have done for me 10, 15, 20 years ago, which is going through how exactly to invest. And the biggest thing was when I was growing up, I thought that investing was for rich people. I thought that investing was not for people like me. But the truth that I now know is that investing is not just for rich people. Investing is what will make you rich. And investing is the single greatest tool that we have to achieve financial independence. And you're going to see in this workshop exactly what I mean. And I know it may seem far-fetched to think that you could become $1 million investor, but I promise you by the end, you're going to see that it is very, very possible for you. And I truly believe that investing is the greatest tool that we have to take our hard-earned money and make it work for us, to make it grow. So Tell me in the comments, what are you the most excited to learn about? What is it that gets you just so excited to be here today? Tony says it feels like such a mystery. Yes, it does. Investing does feel like a mystery, but trust me, you're going to have so much clarity by the end of this. So, in today's workshop, here's exactly what we're covering. We're covering what is investing. We're covering how can you invest. Also, what to invest in. And then finally, how to become a $1 million investor. Because ultimately what we're talking about is we don't just want to make $10 from investing. We want to make hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars from investing. That is how we're going to achieve that true financial freedom. But the thing that I'll prove to you today is that you don't need to start big. You can start with just $10. In fact, as we go through live how to invest and how to actually step by step put money into your account and invest it into an ETF, you're going to see that we're doing it with just $10. And people are saying, okay, who is this? Valnetta is saying which company to invest in. We are going to cover all of that. So the first thing that we need to learn is the difference between active income and passive income. If you know the difference between active income and passive income, put a 1 on screen. If you don't know the difference yet, put a 2. But soon we will all know the difference. Okay, so active income is something that we are all the most familiar with. You go to your job for an hour and you get paid for an hour's worth of work. You go to it for 2 hours, you get paid for 2 hours worth of work. Active income is the easiest to start. But the problem is, what happens when you rely just on active income? Well, the moment you stop working, that money stops coming in, right? And I realized this personally because when I was working as a corporate lawyer at this big fancy law firm, I was working these 100-hour weeks. And I realized that the moment I stopped working, that money would stop coming in. I had a personal story where my grandpa got really sick. I asked for permission to go see him. My boss said, no, we're so busy with work. What do you think we pay you so much for? You can't go see him. We're too busy. And I lost out on some of the last moments with my grandpa because of that decision that I made to stay working. And that was the epiphany for me, which is like, look, if I spend the rest of my life working for a paycheck, I will never have the true financial freedom that I want and the true time freedom. What I really care about is time freedom. I want to be able to spend time with the people I want to spend time with when I want to spend time with them. And in order to get there, you have to move away from active income into passive income. And what is passive income? Well, passive income is where your money is not necessarily dictated by the number of hours you work. So passive income, there are really 2 ways to get it. One, to get passive income, you put money in up front to make your money do the work for you, or you put time in up front, let's say starting a side hustle, and then hope that after you've built up the side hustle, those profits will still come back to you even when you pull back on the working hours. And what we're going to talk about specifically today is how to use your money to generate passive income. And that's what investing in the stock market does for you. And investing in the stock market is one of the most powerful and proven tools to make that happen, being able to generate passive income through using your money. Because, as we'll see later, your money is going to grow and it's going to compound, meaning that interest is going to grow on top of the interest. And you'll kind of see this slope up effect because of the compounding. If you're still with me, put a yes. I promise I'm not going to get too technical, but if anything is confusing, let me know. Okay, so to summarize that, active income, what you make directly correlates with the number of hours you put into the job. The moment you stop working, that pay stops coming in. Passive income, your money isn't tied directly to the number of hours you work. And the thing I always say is if you have one income stream, that is too close to zero. That is why today, live, we are going to teach you how to add this additional income stream through investing. And not in the scammy or sleazy ways that a lot of these financial gurus will tell you. We're going to do it in the most transparent way possible, where I actually show you how to do it properly. Okay, are we with me? Julie Fortier is with me. Becky's with me. Good. All right, so let's talk about the first reason why we invest. Does anyone have any guesses for why we should invest? Let me know in the comments. I have a quick TikTok video to show you for why we
made you more money.
Oh, I can't talk. Here's some money for your birthday, kid.
Thanks, Dad. I'm gonna buy a Barbie.
Wait, kid, you should save your money. Money doesn't grow on trees. Here's your first paycheck. Don't spend it all at once.
Thanks, boss. Don't worry, I'm saving my money.
You've worked so hard. We're giving you a $10,000 bonus.
Thanks, boss.
Hi, I have $10,000 I'd like to deposit into my savings account. I'm ready to go retire on that beach in Florida.
I'm sorry, you don't have enough money to do that yet.
But I don't understand. I've been saving money all my life, just like my dad taught me.
Your money sitting in a bank account is worth less and less each year.
What are you talking about? I even had $10,000 saved up by the time I was 32. That $10K when you were 32 is now worth about $6,000 because of inflation.
What could I have done differently?
You should have been investing some of the money so that your money would have made you more money.
Who taught you this?
Erika did. She's a lawyer and helps you get smarter with your money. That's why I follow her. Here's some money for your birthday, kid. Okay, I saw a lot of you guessed it correctly. So I see who guessed it correctly. Wayne, Marla, perfect. So the very first reason why we invest is because if you don't invest, you will lose out to inflation, guaranteed. So in the video, at age 32, they had saved up $10,000. But at retirement, that $10,000 is only worth about $6,000 because of inflation, meaning over the years, the cost of the goods increased. And I think we can see this all in front of us. Like, think about how much, I don't know, toothpaste was 10 years ago and how much it is now. Or think about how much a bottle of water was 10 years ago and how much it is now. So every single year, the cost of goods around you increase, meaning that the money that you have sitting there, that cash is worth less and less every single year. And I'm a visual learner, so let me show you visually what that actually looks like. So take a look at this inflation graph. On average, inflation is about 2 to 3%, but look at how high it's been recently. Like June of 2022, inflation's at 9.1%. So if you are just saving money, you're always going to lose out to inflation, guaranteed. So don't be okay with the status quo of leaving your money in a bank account. That's the reason number one why we invest. Now, so many people guessed the inflation one correctly. Let's talk about reason number two why we invest. So here's a little quiz for you. Okay, we have person A saves $710 a month for 30 years. So let's say they're 35 years old. They're saving till retirement at 65. So for 30 years, they are dedicated. They save $710 a month. How much do they end up with in their bank account? They end up with $255,000. Okay, now here's the trick. Person B takes that same money, takes that same $710 a month for 30 years, but instead of putting it into a bank account, they invest that money into the stock market. How much do you think person B ends up with at the end of the 30 years? Put your guesses in the comments. No such thing as a bad guess, so just guess whatever you want. How much do they end up with after 30 years? Remember, they're putting the same amount away. The only difference is one person saves the money in a bank account and one person invests the money. Okay, I see some guesses. I see Cynthia says 1 million, Nancy says 500,000, OG says 600K. Let us see the answer. You're each getting a $10,000 bonus. Thanks, boss. I bet she'll waste hers on a Louis Vuitton. I think I'm going to invest mine into the stock market. I'm promoting you both, and the promotion comes with a $10,000 raise. Thanks, boss. I'll use it to max out my Roth IRA. She'll lose all her money gambling in the stock market like that. I'm going to save it. Hey, Chad, it's my last day. I'm retiring. How can you have enough? We saved the same amount each year. We did, but remember, I invested my savings. Then you must have invested more than the $255,000 that I've saved up over the years. No, I invested the same amount, but look, my total amount invested was $255,000, but because I invested it, I earned over $750,000 in interest, so now it's grown to over $1 million. So I should have been investing. Okay, so I saw a lot of guesses for $1 million. So if you guessed $1 million, you are correct. So the same person B who invested $710 a month, instead of just $255,000, they end up with $1 million. Got it? Also, Paul, thank you. I appreciate the message. Oh, look at that. Back to focus mode. Yes, Paul, we gotta focus. We have a lot to do, but I love this message. Thank you. Okay, so let me show you actually what this looks like. If you are putting your money into a Chase savings account or a Bank of America savings account or a Wells Fargo savings account, guess what? The average interest that you're earning on that money saved up is 0.01%. So that person A who put away $710 a month for 30 years, so $255,000, guess how much interest they earned? If you look here, you can see it. The total interest that they would have earned in their Chase savings account is $384 over 30 years. That's the problem with just leaving your money in a bank account. And I know that, at least me growing up, for me, it was always like my dad was saying, money doesn't grow on trees. You have to save. You have to save your money. But the problem is, if you don't understand the other side of the equation, which is not just save your money, but invest your money to make it grow for you, you're going to end up like person A, where over 30 years, you're earning $384 of interest. What can you buy with that $384? Half an iPhone. So it's not good enough, right? Now, what we need to do is we need to invest our money. And I saw a lot of people asking about the return rate, right? So what I put here, the hypothetical, is a return rate of 8%. Over the last 40, 50 years, the S&P 500, which is the 500 largest companies in the US, have returned on average 10%. So accounting for inflation, I usually put 8% or even 7% if I want to be a little more conservative. So this person invested $710 a month for 30 years at 8% return rate, meaning their money is growing 8% per year on average, and they end up with $1 million as their ending balance. And if you look, here's the important part here. The total contribution, same thing, $255,000, but the total interest that they earn is $750,000. That's the difference. And so in this graph, this whole green part is just interest earned. That is the definition of your money working for you. And when you think about it, the reason I'm so passionate about doing this is because most people are going to end up like Chad. They're going to end up like person A, who just lets their money sit in a bank savings account, losing out to inflation every single year. But I want you to be different. By the end of this workshop, I want you to be able to confidently say, I am an investor, and know the right steps to take to make your money grow for you so that you can get to that $1 million portfolio. Make sense? Everyone with me? Put a 1 if you're still with me. Yep, Ayushi says, I am person A, but hoping to be person B now. I am so confident that everyone here, thousands of you are here with me today. Everyone here, you can be an investor, even if you only have $10 to start. And I'm going to show you how as well. So recap with the reasons why we invest. Number one, you need to counteract inflation. If you are just sitting your money in a bank account, you're losing out to inflation every single year. This money becomes worth less and less. Number two, you need to make your money work for you. That's the benefit of compounding interest. So, real question. Do you think you will become a millionaire? Put a yes or put a no in the comments. I want to see what people think, because if you would have asked me 10 years ago, I would have said no. I did not believe that was possible for me. I didn't grow up around millionaires. I didn't see wealth around me. And so I just didn't think that was even in the realm of possibility. We're going to do an exercise because this is an interactive workshop. We'll do an exercise later where I'm going to show you that you can actually become a millionaire. And I know you may not believe me now, but once we do this exercise, you'll see how the compounding interest works. But I want to caution everyone here because it makes me happy. Samantha says yes. Erin says yes. Jessica says yes. I see a lot of no's, but trust me, I am doing this because I truly believe that investing will unlock this financial freedom that all of us want. Investing is the most powerful tool. But my caveat is it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. A lot of times when you see investing glamorized on social media, people saying, oh, $10,000 in profits today, that's a scam. That's a get-rich-quick scheme. And these gurus want to make you feel like it is easy. It's short-term wealth. You can put $10,000 in and double your money right away. But that is dangerous. If anyone tells you that, you need to run, because that's not how you invest. That's how you gamble. What true investing is it requires discipline and it requires time. And of course, we are all conditioned to want instant gratification. Think about how easy Amazon has made our lives. Amazon has made it so easy that with the click of a button, I can order something and have it to my door in less than 2 days. But investing is about patience. It's about discipline. It's about the long term. It's about thinking not one day, not 30 days, not 60 days into the future. It's about thinking 10, 20, 30 years into the future. And so it does require that discipline. And we're not thinking short term, because short term investing is gambling. What we want to think about is long term investing. How do we invest in a way that is not risky, that's not gambling with our money, so that we can achieve that financial freedom? I need a tissue, sorry. Sorry. I've been a little sick, but I'm just having so much fun. So time is the most important ingredient. Now, I know a lot of you said, no, you don't think you'll become a millionaire. I know a lot of you said, yes, you think you'll become a millionaire. Regardless of what you answered, I want you to do this thought exercise for me. I want you to think, what would it mean to have enough money invested in your portfolio that you know that you'll never have to worry about money again? What would it mean to you to have $1 million in your portfolio? I'm going to give you a minute to answer that, because I think that's really important. Write it down for yourself in the comments, but also look at everyone else's comments too. I think this is so powerful to see what is everyone's why. What would it mean to have $1 million invested and be at a place financially where you never have to worry about money again? You never have to worry about where the money for the next bill is coming from. You never have to worry about sacrificing time with your family or kids because you're relying on a job. What exactly would that mean for you? Lucy says, better future with my kids. Danielle says, freedom and peace. Pedadro says, more. Oh, Pedadro, I lost your comment. The comments are coming too fast. Sorry. Okay. Renee says, peace of mind, time to enjoy with my family. Same. Juan says, peace of mind. So you see, all of these I've done this so many times where I ask people, like, what does it actually mean for you? And you'll see that your answers aren't so different from other people's answers. We all have the same desires. We all want this peace of mind. We all want freedom. We all want to be happy and spend time with loved ones. We all want to be able to give back to the people that we care about and to the causes we care about. We all care about independence, right? So keep that in mind. It is very, very, very important to not lose sight of your why when it comes to investing, because as we mentioned, it's not a short-term get rich quick scheme. It is a long-term way of living, way of thinking about how to dictate your money to work for you. Mario, I love this. Mario says it would take a lot of the pressure off of me. Jennifer says it creates a future for my child. Think about now you're learning how to invest, but you're going to be able to pass this on to your kids too. And your kids have a lot more years before retirement, which means that when you can teach them this early in life, they're going to be able to truly, truly benefit from the power of compounding interest. So with that exercise, you've answered what's your why. So keep that in mind, right? Now we need to talk about how to make money from investing. A lot of people throw out these terminology, these words about investing, but this is the most simple way that I can teach you. Because I remember, like, again, when I was trying to learn about investing, it was so intimidating. I remember hearing all of this lingo. I remember feeling stupid if I were going to ask stupid questions. Like, I just didn't want to even ask people to reveal that I don't know anything about investing. And it just sounded like a foreign language. So what I want you to know is that this live investing workshop is a completely judgment-free zone. You ask any questions that you have about investing. I'm going to try my best to answer every single one of them in the simplest way that I know how, because I know how intimidating it can be. I know how complex people can make it sound, but I want to try to break it down. So the first way that you make money from investing is by something called appreciation. And very simply, that's when you invest in a company, when you buy a piece of a company, if that company grows, that piece of the company that you buy is worth more. So simply, let's say that you bought Apple when it was $100 a share. Well, now Apple is almost $200 a share. So you've gained $93. That's appreciation. Amazon, same thing. Let's say you bought it when it was $40 and now it's $146. You've gained $106. I don't do live math. There's a reason. I'm already nervous and stressed, so I can't be putting this pressure on myself. But I think I got that right. So that's the first money you make. That's the first way you make money from investing, is when you invest in a company like the creator of the iPhone. When that company becomes worth more, your piece of the company that you own also becomes worth more. Make sense? Put a 1 if that makes sense. I see a lot of questions. Jennifer, great question. I see a lot of questions that I'm going to be answering. Yep, I'm with you guys. I'm so excited to be doing this, and I have a lot of questions that I'll be answering for you throughout this workshop. And we're already 33 minutes in. I hope everyone's having fun. I think I'm going a bit slower than I expected, but that is okay. We are here to learn, and no matter what time it is in your day, I thank you for doing this, and I feel like you're going to walk away from here very happy that you spent this time with me, hopefully. If you're not, sorry, it was free, so. So the second way you can earn money through investing in the stock market is through dividends. That means that you're buying a piece of a company at a time, and you can get paid every year, sometimes even more frequently, from the profits that the company makes. So let me show you how that actually looks.
Hi, welcome to Investing. How can I help you? I heard there's a way I can make passive income by investing. Oh, do you mean dividend investing? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Right this way. Here's how this works. Dividends are payments a company makes to share profits with people who invest in the company. How much do you want to invest? $100? All right, so look at the dividend yield of the company. If it's 5%, that means that for every $100 you invest in the company, they'll pay you $5 a year, just because you own a piece of their company. Wait, so if I invest $1,000, they'll give me $50 a year? Yep. Whoa, who taught you this? Erika taught me. She's a lawyer and helps me get smarter with my money. That's why I follow her.
All right, got it? So that's how dividends work. Let me put us back on screen. So recap, the way you make money through investing is 1, through appreciation, the company becomes more valuable. 2, through dividends, the company shares profits with its shareholders. And I promise that was probably the most techie part of the workshop. It's gonna get easier. So I see a bunch of questions like this. Erika, what do I invest in? Well, lucky for you, we're going to be answering that right now. So again, there is a difference between gambling and investing. And a lot of what you see on social media when they say it's investing is actually gambling. Buying a single stock because your friend says it's going to go to the moon, that's gambling. So we need to become investors. We need to invest our money in a way that's not as risky. And so when we think about what to invest in, you can invest in individual stocks. Individual stocks are, let's say, companies like Amazon or Apple or Amazon or Google or Facebook. The problem with individual stocks is I've just named some of the winners, right? But for every winner you have in individual stocks, you also have the losers that instead of going up thousands of dollars, where are we? You see Apple and Amazon, not year to date, max, they've gone up 175,000%, 162,000%. But the problem is, for every company like that, there's also companies that go down 80%, 90%. So individual stocks is risky. You can maybe invest some money into individual stocks for fun, but the way that I prefer to invest is through becoming more diversified. And that brings me to something called index funds. Index funds are like a basket of stocks where instead of just getting one stock in, I wish I had a basket. Instead of just getting one stock in this basket, you get tons of stocks, tens or hundreds of stocks. And that allows you, instead of relying on luck, unlucky versus lucky, you can be diversified so that even if one company goes down in value, because you have this basket of a bunch of different companies, hopefully the other companies are still going up and overall your portfolio goes up. And we'll talk about something called the S&P 500. And an S&P 500 ETF allows you to buy 500 companies all at once, 500 of the largest companies in the US. So this concept of luck versus unlucky. When people say, oh, I lost 80% investing, so it's too risky, you should never invest. Guess what? They're investing in individual companies, not diversified index funds. So you can see, if you invested in Apple at the beginning, you would be very lucky. Fantastic. Look at that, how it's gone up. On the other hand, if you invested in Zoom at the peak on October 16th, 2020, Zoom was worth $559 per share. Now it's worth $71 per share, meaning if you had put $500 in, that $500 would be worth $71 today if you put $500 in at the peak. So that's the problem with relying on luck. Some people are going to get lucky, some people are going to get unlucky. So that is why my belief when it comes to investing is that we should invest in low-cost, diversified index funds. Diversified just means you're getting this wide range of exposure to different types of companies. And we keep talking about this 10% per year. Why do I keep saying that if you invest your money, it can grow 10% per year? Well, while we can't predict the future, what we can do is look at the past. And over the past 40, 50 years, the S&P 500, which is, again, the 500 largest companies in the US, has grown on average 10% per year. So that means if you put your money into an index fund like an S&P 500 index fund, you can expect on average 10% growth per year over the long term. You can see even in this graph, there are short-term places where it goes down, but the overall trend is it goes up. Does that make sense? I'm looking at the comments. Okay. So if that makes sense, then here's the next question. Erika, show me how to invest. Now, a big problem that I have with the financial education that's out there right now is there are a lot of people that will tell you, this is why you should invest. These are the reasons why investing is important. But no one actually shows you how. They're like, yeah, it's important, but figure it out on your own how to actually do it. And I remember when I was in my early 20s, someone told me about investing, and I started Googling it myself and just became so overwhelmed that I didn't invest for years after that. If someone would have sat me down and actually showed me, hand-holding me how to invest, I would have had more money right now because I would have started investing earlier. And so what I'm going to do is show you how to actually invest. We're going to do it on screen together. And if you've already downloaded the investing app that I use, we can do it on screen. If not, go ahead and go to erika.com/Webull. Webull is an investing app that I've been using for years and years. And it's very simple. You can download it as an app on your phone. It's free to download. Plus, you'll get 6 free stocks for signing up by using my link. So you can go to erika.com/Webull. Of course, use whatever investing platform you want to use, but Webull is just one that's my personal preference, so that's what I'm going to be demonstrating for you. And we're only going to be investing $10 because I really want to prove to you that you don't need tons of money to start investing. You can do it with just $10. Okay. So I'll leave the link up here, but what we're going to do now is the very first step I have to show you is how to actually fund an account. And this was so confusing for me to figure out how to put money into the investing account so that you can invest with that money. So I'll show you step by step.
Just for extra security. So from within the Webull app, you first need to set a trading password. So of course you're going to log in first, enter your iPhone password, verify login, and then you're going to set your trading password. Confirm your trading password. And then on this page here, you can see that you're going to select 3 security questions and answers just for extra security. Now we're in the app. On the bottom right side, you're going to see a button that says deposit. So go ahead and click there. And then you'll have your choice of methods. So you can do ACH or you can do wire. And ACH next to it, it says link now. It's very automated. This is what I usually choose. So once you click ACH, you're going to be able to choose a verification method. I recommend real-time verification. It's instant, very easy and fast to do. Then you click next, you're going to choose your bank. And for here, I chose Ally. Go ahead and log into your bank account. It's going to have an extra security measure, usually to send a code to your email or phone. And then once you enter the code in, click submit, and you'll see this little success. Next, you're going to select the account to be enabled. So if you have different types of accounts, if you have a cash account, if you have a savings account, pick which account you want the money to come to. So typically this would come from your savings or your checking account, and then save and finish. And each bank, the platform might look slightly different, but just go ahead and follow those steps. Okay, now we're back on the main screen of the Webull app. If you see a pop-up for the free stocks, go ahead and claim your free stocks. Usually I'd say these take about a week to appear in your Webull app. So if the free stock claim doesn't appear right away, it's fine. Just give it some time. But to save some time right now, I'm just going to click X out of it. Okay, and then here on this bottom row of icons, Again, click the one in the middle that says deposit and then enter your trading password. All right, once we're here, again on the bottom right, click that big button that says deposit and then go ahead and please choose the deposit method. Remember, we did ACH transfer, so I'm going to click ACH. And then here you're going to enter the amount you want to deposit. I always recommend starting with just about $10 so you can see the platform, experience it, and most importantly, prove to yourself that you can invest with just $10. And then just a note here, you'll see it in the fine print, ACH transfers may take up to 4 business days to complete, so just keep that in mind if you're not able to buy instantly today. So I've entered the amount, $10, I'm clicking deposit, I'm doing the confirmation, clicking I understand, and then submitting that. And now the deposit has initiated, and you'll also receive an email confirmation that looks like this, that just says your deposit request of $10 has been successfully received.
Okay, I'm back. So that was how to fund an account. And don't worry, oh geez, sorry. This is not what you signed up for. I'm seeing your comments that are saying too fast. So for the demonstration where I'm showing you how to fund your account, what I'll do is actually email it to you afterwards too, so that you can get that video and pause and do it at your own pace and follow along. So thanks, Connie, for bringing that up. Okay. So that's step one, is whatever investing app you're going to use, the very first step is you have to fund the account. And again, the reason why I say fund it with $10 is because it's important to prove to yourself that you can do it with just $10. I feel like one of the reasons I didn't start investing earlier was because I felt like you had to have thousands of dollars to invest. But the reality is you don't. You can start with just $10. So it's important to do that to prove to yourself that you can invest with $10. Now, the next step, step 2, is you have to decide what to invest in, right? And there's this concept. Well, let me explain it first. A lot of these big financial decisions, you hear about them. You're like, okay, I got to start investing. And then as you start doing the research, you go down this rabbit hole and you're like, well, what do I invest in? How do I make sure I don't mess up? What if I invest in the wrong thing? And this leads you to something called analysis paralysis. You're overanalyzing the situation and you end up not making a decision at all. And investing, where time in the market is the most important ingredient, you have to make a decision. It is better to take action today than waiting 5 years to take optimal action in 5 years. So what I want to do is I'm going to show you one ETF that I personally invest in. Hopefully this takes some of the guesswork out of it. Hopefully this means that you're not going to spend hours and hours and hours researching on your own and then realizing, oh, I'm too confused, I'm going to stop, I'm not going to invest. And then 5 years later, someone's going to tell you, hey, you should start investing. But then by then you'll have missed out on 5 years of compound interest. So here is something I actually invest in. This is an ETF, exchange traded fund, called VOO. And it's a Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. Now, what does that mean? Remember, we talked about an S&P 500 ETF means that you get 500 of the largest companies in the US. So when you buy $10 worth of VOO, you're getting a little piece of 500 of the largest companies in the US. Yeah? Have you heard of VOO before? Give me a yes if you've heard of it. Give me a no if you've not heard of it before. And something cool about VOO, let me make this large so you can see it, is you can see under the holding details, these are some of the companies that are in there. So when you buy VOO, you're getting a piece of Microsoft, a piece of Apple, a piece of Amazon, a piece of NVIDIA, a piece of Alphabet, which is the parent company of Google, a piece of Facebook, a piece of Berkshire Hathaway, which is Warren Buffett's company. You're getting all of these little companies in this basket. And something that some people are confused about is they think that, let's say you invest $500 into VOO, they think that you're getting $1 of each company. So $1 of Amazon, $1 of Facebook. But actually, the way it works is it's based on how large the company is. So if you look here, Microsoft represents 7% of the fund. Apple represents 7% of the fund because these are the biggest companies in the US. Amazon represents 3.42% of the fund. And so, why am I so big? Where's the smaller one? Oh, yeah, that's what I like. Wait, sorry. Okay, so very simply, let's say you invest $100 into VOO right now. You're going to get about $7 worth of Microsoft, $7 worth of Apple, $3 worth of Amazon. And if you go all the way down for Tesla, I hope you guys can see this. This is a bit hard for me to see. I think 1% of Tesla. Make sense? Put a yes in the comments if it makes sense so far. Oh no, someone says it's blurry. You can't read it. If you just search VOO, just Google VOO, you should be able to find this page. It should be the first thing. Okay, I see some yeses, some no's. If you put a no, let me know what you're confused about, and I can try to do a better job explaining it. Okay, so step 2 is we've decided what to invest in. You will, of course, make your own decisions, but to try to simplify this process, I just wanted to give you an ETF that I personally invest in, which is the S&P 500 ETF, ticker symbol VOO. And the ticker symbol, by the way, is this 3 characters, VOO. So when you are going to invest in Webull or whatever platform you invest in, that's what you search, VOO. All right, now we are going to actually invest the money. And a lot of people actually forget this. A lot of people think that by putting money into their investing account, that means that they've invested it. So there are people that for 20 years, they've been putting money into their Roth IRA. And then 20 years later, they're like, wait, why hasn't it grown? And what they did was they missed a critical step, which is once you fund the account with money, you actually personally have to decide what to invest in. And if you miss that step, then your money might as well just have been sitting in a bank account. So let's go over how to actually invest. I'm going to show you on screen. Right now, the market is closed. I recorded this when the market was open. So you can follow along now just to see, but then you'll want to do it during market open hours. And this tutorial of actually how to invest that $10 into VOO, I'll send this quick recording via email too if I'm going too fast. So don't panic.
$9. We're getting a password. Okay, so start by opening the Webull app and you're going to enter your trading password. And from the main screen of the Webull app, select the markets icon along the bottom. There's a lot of information on screen here, so you can ignore it. We don't really need it right now. If you know what you want to invest in, you can easily search it. See the search icon towards the top right of the screen? Click that. For this example, I used VOO. VOO is the Vanguard S&P 500 Index Fund. If you want to try investing in something else, totally fine too. The whole point of this exercise together is that I just want you to invest $10 so that you can officially say at the end of this video, I am an investor. So looking back at the screen, again, lots of information. Don't worry. See this search icon towards the top right of the screen? Click that, and then I'm going to type in this ticker symbol, VOO, and I select the first result, which is the Vanguard S&P 500 Index Fund. Now, on the bottom left, press Trade. And the first thing you might notice is that it says buy/sell. Right now, buy is highlighted in green, so that's correct. If you wanted to sell, then you'd click Sell. Next, to order type, select the drop-down, and you can see what each one means with a helpful explanation. Go ahead and select Market on the order type. So Market allows you to buy fractional shares. because you can see that the price at this time for one share of VOO is $399. Since we don't want to spend $399, we're getting a fractional share, which is just fancy language. It means you're getting a little piece of the share instead of the whole share. Where it says amount and share, click that so it says USD, then type in $10. Now press buy, read the notes, and confirm. And congratulations, your order is submitted. Press done to return to the main menu of the Webull app.
Okay. So, where am I? All right. So with that, you can now officially say, I'm an investor. I'm going to take a moment to answer a few questions. So Mary says, can you ever owe more than your initial investment? No. So unless you're playing around with things like tools that we were not going to use, if you just open a cash account on Webull or any investment platform and you invest $10, you're never going to owe more than your initial investment. If you invest in an individual stock and that stock goes down 90%, it'll be worth $1. But the reason, again, that we invest in low-cost diversified index funds like the S&P 500 is because it has this track record of growth and it's diversified. You have so many companies in there that even if one does poorly, the other ones hopefully will keep it stable and growing. Perfect. Fernie says, can you buy an entire share? Yes, you can definitely buy an entire share. Right now, an entire share of VOO costs, at this moment, $426. So you can buy an entire share if you want, but with fractional shares, you can just buy a piece of the share, whatever portion you want. So you can buy $10 worth or $100 worth. And it makes no difference. Whether you own 10 fractional shares or one whole share, it's the exact same thing. So that's a really good question, Fernie. Thanks. Let me see if there's any other questions. All right, let us do our official cheer, which is if you followed along with me on those steps, you can now say, I'm officially an investor. That's a cool feeling, right? 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I never thought I'd be able to say that. But even just investing $10, you can say, I'm officially an investor. And guess what? That first $10 is the hardest because you have all these questions. But once you invest $10 and you see that it's possible, it gets easier and easier. And from there, it's just about discipline, automation, and I don't have a third reason. I think it's just discipline and automation. So the next question is, Erika, how much do I need to invest to get to $1 million? And before I get there, I realize that I've gone a little over time. So I appreciate you sticking with me. As I promised, I have a gift for you that I'm going to be sharing at the end. And the gift that I'll be sharing at the end is 3 ETFs that I actually invest in. So if you weren't here at the very, very beginning, I will remind you of the link. Go to erika.com/gift. You're going to be able to download this PDF with my 3 favorite ETFs. And the passcode I'll reveal at the end. So stick with me. This, I promise, is going to continue to be fun. And we're actually close to the end. But this next interactive exercise that we're going to do is going to be a game changer for you. When I've done it in the past, in my investing challenges, people say this is the one that was so eye-opening that made them realize that they could actually become millionaires. You can actually become a millionaire through investing. And we're going to calculate now exactly what to do to get there. Because, again, I understand these limiting beliefs that we all have. growing up, I truly did not believe that I would ever become a millionaire. It wasn't even like a thought in my mind. I remember one time my uncle said that if he ever won $100,000 in the lottery, he would quit his job and retire and like live forever. And so to me, $100,000 was like the reaching for the stars, reaching for the sky. And my family, was really hardworking. My dad was in the military for 20 years, but we just didn't see all this wealth around us. We didn't see other millionaires. So I didn't think it would be possible for me. But what I now know is that any one of us can become a millionaire. And I'm not just going to say that. I'm going to show you now how to actually do it. And it requires you putting in a little work too. So it's going to be a little interactive exercise that we'll do together. Sorry, again, I apologize. I know you did not come in here to hear me coughing, and give me a second. So Mr. Warren Buffett is one of the most famous investors out there. And he got 99% of his net. Oh my gosh. This is what I get for creating slides at 1 a.m. I put network instead of net worth. Anyways, 99% of his net worth came after the age of 50 because of the power of compounding interest. So to truly understand how investing is going to make you a millionaire, you first have to understand compounding interest. And compounding interest for me was so hard to learn because I'm a visual learner and no one ever showed it to me visually. So what I'm going to do is show it to you visually. What is compound interest? Compound interest is just interest on interest. So tell me yes if you understand compounding interest already, and no if you don't. Connie says warm water with lemon. Thank you. Okay, yes if you already understand compound interest, and no if you don't. Also, Jan Lee asks, should I wait until the VOO price comes down before buying? Here's the thing, timing the market is an illusion. Everyone thinks that they can time the market and buy when prices are low and sell when prices are high, but trying to time the market is a setup for failure. It is so much better to invest whatever little amount you have now than trying to wait for the perfect time to time it. Because guess what? There are people who dedicate their lives, spend 16 hours a day trying to figure out the perfect time to invest. And even those people get it wrong half the time. So I don't think trying to time the market is a wise move. But it's a question that I remember Googling that too. Like I remember trying to figure out how do I buy at the lows and sell at the highs. But it's an illusion. It's not possible. Where was I? So, okay, this is my visual of how I learned what compounding interest was. So if you look at year one, you invest $100. And remember we said the S&P 500 on average grows about 10% per year. So it grows 10% that year. So you earn $10 worth of interest. So then at the end, your balance is $110 because you've put $100 in yourself and you've earned $10 of interest. Well, then what happens is the next year, instead of your principal being $100, you're now, the 10% growth is coming from $110. So now instead of earning $10 interest, you earn $11 interest. So now the overall portfolio is worth $121. And these numbers, year one, year two, year three, year four, they may seem small. It may seem insignificant that it's like $10, okay, now an extra dollar, so $11, $12, $13. But when you look at the long term, that's when the compounding interest really starts to make a difference. That's why Warren Buffett's net worth chart looks like this. Whoops. Where's my screen? If you guys are having fun, let me know. This is very nerve-wracking and I feel like I'm a hot mess, but I hope you're having fun and I hope you're learning something. Okay. So what we're going to do now is it's interactive. I told you you'd have to do a little work with me, but I promise it's going to be eye-opening. So go to erika.com/calc. It's my short form for calculator. erika.com/CALC. Oh, yay! I love this. Yes, I'm enjoying. Good vibes. Thank you. Boosting my ego, everyone. I appreciate it. All right. So let me know when you're at erika.com/calc, because here's where the real fun comes. We're going to figure out exactly how much you need to invest per month in order to become a millionaire. All right? All right. So we're going to erika.com/calc, and I'm also going to do this exercise live with you on screen. So just let me know if you're on the app, on the website, erika.com/calc. Just say yes if you're on it. Huh. Okay, I see a bunch of people saying yes. And I'm trying to figure out how to share my screen. Okay, give me a second, all right? I got to figure out how to share my screen because I need to do it with you. Erika Bear. Huh? Okay, sorry, technical difficulties. I am not a tech whiz. Can you guys hear me? Are you still there? So we should all be on this page, right? Just say potato if you can still hear me, so I know. Say potato so you can still hear me. Potato. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Maria. All right, so what we're going to do here now is figure out how much you have to invest to become a millionaire. So our starting amount, let's put it at $10. We start with $10 today. And then contribution frequency, change it to monthly. Expected rate of return, remember that the S&P 500 on average returns 10%. But if we want to be a little more conservative, you can put 7 or 8%. So I'm just going to put 8% just to account for inflation and just be a little more conservative that way. And then years to grow, whatever age you're at right now, how many years do you have until retirement? Because that's how many years you have to grow, right? So if you are 30 years old and you're retiring at 65, you have 35 years until retirement. If you are 20 years old and you're retiring at 65, you have 45 more years until retirement. So let's start as, I'm going to show you as a 20-year-old, but you're going to try to be doing this for your age exactly. So if I am if I'm 20 years old, I have 45 years until retirement. Let's say if I contribute $400 a month, where will that get me? Ooh, this investment will be worth $2 million. Okay, I want to get to $1 million. So how do I get to $1 million? $300 a month? No, $250. 1.3. That's, you see, So this is how you're plugging and chugging these numbers. 210, 200. Oh, 190. There, that's probably as close as we get. So if you're 20 years old, if you contribute $190 a month, you're going to become a millionaire by the time you retire. Now let's try if you're 20, let's try if you're 30 years old. So if you're 30 years old, let's say you have 35 years until retirement at 65. So if you are 30 years old, how much do you need to contribute? 750. All right, if you contribute $750 a month, you'll end up with 1.7 million. What about 500? What about 460? Look at this. This is why I don't do live math, but this is part of the learning process. All right, 440, 435. 438. So what you're going to be doing right now, I'm just showing you how, based on your age, you would calculate it, but you know your age, so figure out exactly how much you need to contribute per month to become a millionaire. And once you figure that out, once you figure out your number, tell me in the comments. How much do you need to invest per month? And remember, depending on your age, some of you are going to have a lower number if you're younger. If you're a little older, a little wiser, you're going to have a higher number that you'll have to contribute per month in order to get that $1 million. But don't be discouraged. It is never too late to start investing. And that's the whole point of this exercise, is to show you that you can become a millionaire through investing. So let's see. Everyone is getting their numbers. $700, $635 a month. And then something that I like to do is, as you guys are doing this, something I like to do is once you figure out how much you have to invest per month, break it down into daily. So if you have to, let's say, all right, Punished Winter says $345 a month. So if you break that $345 a month divided by 30, that means $11 a day. $11 a day will get you to $1 million. Aaron's at 750, so 750 divided by 30. So for Aaron, for you, $25 a day will get you to that $1 million portfolio. Tell me if this is making you feel more optimistic, or what's the opposite of optimistic? Or if you're feeling sad about this. Because if you're feeling sad, I have good words for you. It is not about getting to this number right away. If your goal that you have to do is $700 a month invested per month, I don't expect you to start at $700 a month. I realize that that may not be realistic for your situation. But what I want you to do is start with these little steps. If the goal is $700 a month, why not try 1% of that? So why not try investing $7 a month now? And then as you feel more like your finances are more in order, maybe you can increase that. Or maybe you do 10% of that. So instead of the $700 a month, maybe you start with $70 a month. So it's not about starting with that right number. It's about building up to that. And it's so much better to take these little steps, like investing $5 a month or $10 a month, whatever you can invest with, than waiting for that perfect time. Sally says, it's addicting once you start. I agree. Let me answer some questions. Carrie says, how do you take the money out once you've earned it? So the way you would take the money out once you've earned it, when you're ready to retire, is you can start selling what's in your portfolio. So someone else is going to be willing to buy it, and you start selling that. Okay. So where is my... All right, so we've completed this exercise. You've used a calculator to find out how you'll get to $1 million. And if you want to play with this after our live session, you can just always go to erika.com/calc, C-A-L-C. Erika.com is my new website that I just launched about a month ago that has all of these personal finance resources. It has articles about investing, articles about mortgages, student loans, saving, budgeting. So it's a great free resource that I wanted to create and wanted to put out there to help everyone with their financial goals. Now, one thing, I see a few comments saying that people are feeling that the numbers are too high, that they're not feeling optimistic. I have to say, I know that there are people in their 50s here, that there are people in their 60s here. It's never too late to start. I don't want you to get discouraged. My message here is about encouragement. I want you to see that even if you can start with $10 a month or $10 a day, that is going to help you financially. And it is so much better than the alternative choice, which is to let your money sit in a bank account and lose out to inflation. So everyone will say this to you, but the best time to start investing was 10 years ago. And the second best time is today. We're never going to be able to go back in time. Everyone says when they do this, they say, oh, like I wish I would have started when I was 20. Well, yeah, of course we wish we would have started when we were 20. But your reality today is that you have a chance to start today so that 10 years from now, your account, your financial future looks very different from if you wouldn't have started today. Christina, where's this question? Christina asks, what about a stock market crash? Yes, the stock market does crash once in a while, but the whole point is when we're looking at being long-term investors, over the long term, 40, 50, 60 years, the stock market has gone up over time. And even though you see once in a while these crashes, guess what happens? It goes back up. And if you looked at that chart, or if you just Google S&P 500 and you'll see the chart, you'll see that over the long term, it goes up. So those crashes can be very scary when you're in them and it just seems like the world is ending. But when you zoom out and look at the 5, 10, 30-year horizon, that's when you see that the stock market always goes up. So, question for you. Actually, it's not a question. I have a statement for you. The difference... Sorry, it's hard with my congestion, but I saw this quote somewhere and I thought it was brilliant. The difference between winners and losers is not the goal, but it's the systems and the action behind that goal. Meaning, a lot of us probably, and all of your peers have the same goal. We all want to become millionaires. But it's not the goal that's differentiates the people who win and the people who lose. It's the systems and the action behind it. So if you say that your goal is to become a millionaire through investing, well, now you've just seen with this calculator the exact roadmap, the step-by-step roadmap to make that happen. And now it's kind of up to you to either take action behind it or to say, I'll do it another day. I'll wait till next year. And next year turns into 3 years from now. And 3 years from now turns into 5 years from now. So that's the difference, right? It's the systems and the action behind that. And action, any action is better than perfect action. So like I said, if your goal is you need to invest $700 a month, start with 10% of that, $70 a month, or even 1% of that, $7 a month, because that's so much better than waiting. Because as we've already learned, because I'm a broken record, for investing, time is the most important ingredient. And you don't want to miss out on time just because you don't have the perfect situation or you don't feel like you have enough money right now. $5 a month, $10 a month is so much better than not starting at all. And when you think about all of these people who have become millionaires through investing in the stock market, every single one of them started small. They started with the first $5 or the first $10, the first $100. The losers in this game are going to be the ones who say, well, since I can't invest $500, then I'm just going to invest zero. I'm not going to invest. The winners are going to be the ones who say, I can't invest with $500, but let me start with what I can. And then, keyword here is systems. One trick that I have is automation. I think it's really important to automate your finances. So what I showed you on the investing platform, you can automate that where every month, let's say, you have $10 that goes right into VOO or right into whatever ETF of your choosing. Okay, so we're almost at the end. I'm almost going to give you the gift. Thank you so much for being patient. I appreciate you guys. So the one question that I have for you is, what is the one decision that you're going to make to change your financial future today? What's that one decision? If we've learned anything from this, what have you decided you're going to do? Let me know in the comments. And then honestly, the simpler you make it, the simpler you make this goal, the better. Even if it's, hey, I'm going to invest $10 a month. The simpler you make it, the better, the more likely you are going to be able to stick with it. And I've spent years and years teaching millions of people about personal finance, and it always comes down to one decision. And that decision can change the trajectory of your life. Because your future is shaped by the present decisions that you make today. And I hope you can see that it's not about having tons of money. It's about starting with what you have and putting in the work and the consistency and the time and the discipline, right? And I love this. Mitch, keep learning how to invest and keep trying and build my confidence with money. Yes, amazing. Irvin, invest. I love this. Thank you for sharing. These are the present day decisions that you're making today because your future is going to be shaped by them. And with personal finance, I really think that people think too short term. And they think about like what they want today, what they want tomorrow. But my whole mission is to help as many people get to financial independence as possible. And in order to do that, you have to think long term. And by making decisions today, like the ones that you're telling me about, you can completely change your financial future. Your future can look different. It can look like spending time with the ones you love, or going on vacations, or not working for a paycheck, not worrying about bills, or breaking these generational cycles of living paycheck to paycheck. And that's what I really want you to know. So, next question. I want to learn, what has been your favorite part that you've learned so far? Have you felt like this has been a good use of your evening or your morning or your afternoon, wherever you are? Someone said, I wish you could see more questions. I'm trying. There's just so many. I'm trying. All right, let me know in the comments. Okay, I love this. The step-by-step tutorial. Excited to see how to get started. Compound interest. Incredible. Incredible. Just to summarize, I'm going to wrap this up pretty soon. I know it's late for some people. Thank you so much. And I have the password for you at the end, like I promised. So the reason why we want to take action for investing is it means the freedom to live on your own terms. The ability to not have to worry about economic downturns or unexpected bills. You don't have to be dependent on a single income. You can be on the path to live a life that you've always dreamt of. You can create this long-term generational wealth. And again, the choices you make today will determine your future. So at this point, you really have two choices. The first choice is to start investing on your own. And it may be confusing at first, but I am on a mission to make investing easy to understand. And truthfully, you'll get better over time. You'll learn more over time and you'll be able to make smarter investments. But I also wanted to give you a second choice. Sorry. The choice to potentially change your future and the choice to potentially become $1 million investor faster than you ever thought possible so that you can start living a life of financial freedom once and for all, regardless of the state of the economy, your previous experience, or even your financial starting point. So what I want to do is I want to introduce you to my brand new mentorship program called the $1 Million Investor. And it is something that I'm doing for the very first time after spending years teaching millions and millions of people online about how to invest. I'm doing this live mentorship program, and it's designed to help you become exactly that. It's designed to help you become $1 million investor. Even if you've never made a single investment in your life, even if the first investment you've made is today with your $10. And it's also going to help you to invest without most of the uncertainty, the complexity, and the risk of investing on your own, so that you can finally have a proven path to potentially achieving financial security, to potentially creating these passive incomes, and to being able to multiply your money. And this is a program that I've actually been working on since May. I've spent hundreds and hundreds of hours working on this mentorship program to make it the most amazing thing for the people who are going to join. And the $1 Million Investor Program isn't for everyone. And it may not be for you because, as you've probably learned about me already, I don't believe in selling dreams or these get-rich-quick schemes. I think that's a really dangerous part of the internet now, is that you see all of these people promoting, hey, get rich quick by buying this individual stock. And I think it's really a dangerous route to go down. What I believe in is smart and proven strategies that lead to real results. So if you are looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, a way for me to tell you how to double your money tomorrow, this program is not going to be for you. But if you're looking for these proven results, these proven strategies that'll lead to real results, then I invite you to consider joining $1 Million Investor. Because it's only for you if you're truly dedicated to changing your financial future and you're willing to be coachable. Because this is a live mentorship program with me. And it's the very first time I'm ever doing a live mentorship program. I have a few other courses that I've done in the past, including 3D Money, which I know some of you are students in. But those were just courses that were self-paced. We've never done something like this that is completely live. And $1 Million Investor is different because you're not just going to be watching a course or following a guide. You're going to be interacting and learning from me directly in a live 6-week mentorship program, where just like you saw today, hopefully today you've seen my teaching style. You've seen that I'm a very visual learner, so I have to show things on screen. I have to make it very simple to understand. And so you're going to be learning and interacting directly with me in this live 6-week mentorship program. I'm going to personally hold your hand. I'm going to reveal my personal investment portfolio, and I'm going to show you the step-by-step process to creating your own portfolio so that you can become $1 million investor. And here, for the people who want to see, here's what you'll discover in week 1. In week 1, we're going to go over how to create your perfect fit portfolio. We're going to cover insider investing secrets, how to future-proof your finances, how to make your money work for you. And in week 2, we're going to do hands-on training to diversify your portfolio and fast-track your wealth. We're going to do a step-by-step blueprint to potentially make low-risk, high-reward investments. I'm going to show you proven methods to take advantage of new investment opportunities. And I'm going to teach you how to become an expert at mitigating losses, because I saw a lot of the comments today. People are scared of, well, I don't want to lose my money, my hard-earned money. I want it to grow, not get lost. And that's why we're going to focus a lot on how to mitigate those losses and make sure that you're investing the right way. In week 3, we are going to get really hands-on. You're going to start making your own investments. You're going to skyrocket your profits with little known investment classes. These are investment classes, asset classes that many people don't even think about when they think about investing. We obviously talked about equities, stocks in this workshop, but we're going to talk about other asset classes too. We're going to talk about when to buy and sell to maximize returns. We're going to talk about income. We're going to talk about creating these income stream roadmaps, and I'm going to show you the roadmaps that can pay you in the future for the rest of your life. These are things like dividend investing, where these dividends can cover your bills because every year, every quarter, every half a year, you're going to earn money just because you've invested in these stocks. And then it gets even more fun because this is a 6-week live program. In weeks 4, 5, and 6, it's going to allow us to go even deeper into things like enhancing your profits, optimizing your portfolio, automating your investments, and securing your financial independence. For the $1 Million Investor Program, spots are limited. And the reason is because I want to make this a really special experience for all of the members. If you notice, I have 20 million followers on social media, but I'm not talking about $1 Million Investor at all on social media. I really want this to be an exclusive community where I can take the time to learn about everyone's goals and make sure that the program is optimized to really help you to achieve your goals. And because of that, I'm limiting the spaces and I'm only sharing this opportunity with you guys here today, as well as the people who had participated in my investing challenge. And this is, again, because I really want to ensure that the quality of this program stays high and that so that you and other members can grasp and apply the life-changing training that we'll be covering. And the doors to $1 Million Investor close on Thursday, December 14th, because on Friday, we are officially kicking off. Friday, December 15th is the start date of the $1 Million Investor 6-week program. Are you with me so far? Anyone excited about $1 Million Investor? I'm super excited. I've never done anything like this. I think it is going to be absolutely transformative, and this is what I wish someone would have done for me when I was first starting out investing. This program, it does require an investment. I'll be completely upfront. I have dedicated the last 4 years of my life to creating free content online for everyone to consume to improve their financial literacy. And I honestly will continue for the rest of my life to put out free content. But this specific program, because we're going to be so interactive, we're going to be working together, it does require an investment. And you've probably seen other investing programs charge between $5,000 and $10,000. But I wanted to make my mentorship program affordable to as many people as possible, while also still ensuring that it remains this exclusive opportunity for the members that participate and making sure that I can give the attention to everyone so that everyone can learn how to build their $1 million portfolio and set themselves up for this beautiful financial future. So instead of pricing it at the $5,000 or $10,000, which honestly I think would still be worth it, I am set to, $1 Million Investor is going to cost $3,000. But for early bird members who sign up during this workshop, we're giving 50% off so that you can get access for $1,497. Because with this $1 Million Investor program, you're going to see the exact investments I've made after going from $200,000 in debt with my student loans to creating a $1 million portfolio. And you'll get real-time updates when I make changes. Plus, you'll be able to join me for 6 weeks in the live and interactive mentorship program, where I'll be giving you everything you need, the tools that you really need to set up your $1 million portfolio and become someone who is set for the future. But I do want to be super clear, because this is a live program, we have very strict dates that we have to abide by. The 6-week program kicks off on December 15th, Friday. And that means the doors close on December 14th at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. So you only have until Thursday to secure your spot and get your 50% off. So if you are truly serious about changing your life and taking control of your financial destiny, I would love to see you inside the $1 Million Investor Program with me. You can go to erica.com/wealth to secure your spot. That's erica.com/wealth. And this is really, really important for me because I truly believe in this program. I truly believe that it is going to change your life. You're backed by 100% satisfaction guarantee, which means if you engage with the full 6-week program, if you complete each weekly assignment, if you do the work, if you put in the work with me and you design your investment portfolio, and at the end of the program, you think, well, it wasn't worth it, I don't see the value, I'm going to give you a full refund because I truly believe that this program is going to be life-changing, and I want to stand behind that, which is why I'm offering this 100% satisfaction guarantee so that you have nothing to risk by giving it a shot. But because I wanted to make this program truly one of a kind, I also have decided to include a few bonuses, few free gifts inside the $1 Million Investor for those of you who sign up during this webinar. And these aren't ordinary gifts. These are really life-changing tools that are designed to complement the $1 Million Investor Program and to accelerate your path to financial success. So the first gift that you're getting is lifetime access to the $1 Million Investor community. This is your new network of investors, financial experts, and like-minded people who will be supporting you on your path to financial independence. Imagine it like having an advisory board of others just as invested in your success as you are, where you can share your success stories, your insights, your strategies, and potentially even meet lifelong friends. The second bonus that you're going to get today is the Investor's Playbook. You'll have a step-by-step process to help you minimize your risk and maximize your returns. It's going to give you the confidence and clarity to make the right investments regardless of the state of the market. You can think of the Investor's Playbook as a roadmap to help you avoid the common mistakes, the traps that many people fall into, and to help you take advantage of opportunities that most investors would likely miss. You're also getting another gift today, which is the Financial Freedom Calculator. So in addition to being able to join the $1 Million Investor, this free gift, the Financial Freedom Calculator, it's not just a tool. It's essentially like a crystal ball into your financial future, because with just a few clicks, you can instantly calculate and see the trajectory of the growth of your wealth. So imagine seeing the exact moment that you could afford your dream home, or the year that you could comfortably retire, or when you can buy that special something that you've been eyeing. With this Financial Freedom Calculator, you're going to be able to transform from someone who hopes for financial security to someone who plans for it. And that's a really important distinction. We talked about the difference between the winners and the losers are the systems and the action behind it. And this Financial Freedom Calculator will allow you to create this system so you know exactly how you can become a winner and get into that financial security instead of just being someone who hopes for it. Another bonus, you're also going to get a private interview that I did with the legendary psychologist, Dr. Brad Klontz. And this is where we're going to peel back the layers of your financial beliefs. And Dr. Brad is going to help you to rewire your mindset so that you can attract more money and abundance in your life. And I know it sounds woo-woo, and honestly, like, I'm not one of these people that necessarily believes in all this woo-woo stuff, but mindset and reprogramming your mindset when it comes to money really is important, and it is going to be life-changing. Because it's important, how do I say this best? The reason why reprogramming your mindset is important is because unless we grew up rich, none of us were really taught how to make and save and grow our money. So with this interview that you're going to get as a free gift, you're not just going to be able to invest like the wealthy, but you'll be able to think like the wealthy. So at this point, you have a choice. And honestly, there is no right or wrong choice. It's only your choice. But if you are truly ready to commit to changing your life for the better and discover how you can become a $1 million investor, I invite you to go to erika.com/wealth and join the $1 Million Investor. Doors will only be open until December 14th, Thursday at 11:59 p.m. And remember, you're only going to be able to get 50% off during this sale. So go to erika.com/wealth if you want to join, and you're going to be able to secure your spot as a $1 million investor. I am so excited to welcome you aboard. I'm so excited that I will be able to, for the next 6 weeks, guide you through each step of your financial transformation. But I do want to say something really important. If you are struggling with your financial situation right now, if this is going to put hardship on your financial situation, please don't join this program. I truly am committed for the rest of my life to helping as many people reach financial independence as possible. I will continue to put free content out for as long as you guys want me. Even when, I don't know if you guys recognize this from TikTok, but for as long as you want me, probably until I get kicked off the internet when I'm like 75. But I'm committed. So if this is going to put financial hardship on you, please don't join. $1 Million Investor is going to be such a transformative, live, interactive experience. So if it is within your means, I am so excited for you to join. It's going to be incredible. But please only join if it's truly within your means, because I have so many free resources out there. I have my TikTok, my Instagram. I have my Erika Taught Me podcast. I now have erika.com website with all these free resources. So I will continue to be here to help you with your finances no matter what. And if you want, obviously, the live financial coaching with me, then $1 Million Investor is going to be absolutely transformative. And I just have one more thing to say. If you are one of the first 100 members, you're going to get access to my personal portfolio to see it, but you're also going to be able to participate in a bonus live webinar with me where I'll be going over my portfolio. I'll be explaining my mindset behind why I chose the investments I made, and I'll be doing this interactive Q&A session where you can ask any questions to me about investing or any questions about personal finance that you have. So if you're one of the first 100 members to join $1 Million Investor, you're going to get access to my personal portfolio and this gift of this bonus live webinar with me. So go to erika.com/wealth while spots are still available. I am so excited to see you inside of there. It is going to be so transformative for your future. You are going to walk away from the 6 weeks just feeling so confident that you have the right setup to get to that $1 million portfolio. erika.com/wealth. And I also promised a free gift for everyone who has attended. I appreciate that thousands of you here are still with me. It is, I know, quite late for some people, so thank you for that. I have a passcode to reveal for my free gift. The password is growth. This is for the free gift for all attendees, everyone who joined. My 3 favorite ETFs, you'll be able to unlock it by going to erika.com/gift, and the password is growth. Again, the password is growth. If you are joining $1 Million Investor, I want to remind you that the 50% off is only available until Thursday night, because we officially kick off on Friday, December 15th for our live 6-week program. And I'm actually so excited to see that so many of you have joined already. Erika.com/wealth, $1 Million Investor. So what I also want to do here is, I know that some of you, it's very late. So if you want, feel free to head off, go to sleep, go do whatever you're doing. I'm really grateful for your time here. I hope that you walked away from this workshop feeling more confident as an investor. And I know that you are so busy, so thank you very much for taking the time, spending it here with me. I'm going to stay on. For those who have questions, I'm going to stay on just for a few more minutes to answer any questions that you might have. I want this to be really interactive and help you with the questions that you have. And whether it's about $1 Million Investor, the program, or anything else, feel free to ask those questions and I'll try to answer as many as I can now. I'll stay on for maybe 10 more minutes because I don't want to keep you guys up. Jennifer says, what is better, individual stocks or mutual funds? So this is a great question, Jennifer. I personally think that individual stocks can be interesting for your portfolio, but I wouldn't put your whole portfolio in individual stocks. I think it's a bit too risky because yes, you might pick the winners like Facebook or Amazon, but you never know. You may pick the losers and end up losing a lot of money. So I think the diversified way to do it is to invest in index funds that come with a pool of different stocks, a bunch of different companies in them. And that is my preferred way of investing. I'm seeing a lot of people joining $1 Million Investor. I'm so excited to see that. Thank you, Patrick, for joining. I can't wait to see you guys. Friday, we officially kick off the live 6-week program. I saw a few questions about if I'm ever going to do something like this again for $1 Million Investor. As I mentioned, this is the very first time I'm doing a live 6-week interactive program like this. I've never done it before. And frankly, I've been preparing since May. It's taken a lot of work and a lot of time. So I'm not sure if I'll do anything like this again, this live element of it. I will definitely continue to release informational content, but the live aspect where it's actually a 6-week live program together where we're getting together each week and going over these things live, I honestly don't know. Maybe the first and last time, may not be. I'm not sure. But I'm really excited because even just this live session that we've done together, it is just so fun to be interacting and being able to answer your questions live. I think there's huge value to that over just watching pre-recorded material. Some great questions. Yukatika says, how many times a week and at what time is the session? So the live session is once per week, because I wanted to keep it reasonable for people's schedules. So what will happen is on Fridays, you'll see, sorry, I can't talk. On Fridays, you'll release oh my gosh. Sorry, I didn't get enough sleep. On Fridays, you will receive the modules, and there are 8 modules in the program. Each module is about 1 to 2 hours of content. You're going to watch those. And then the following week, we're going to go live and answer any of your questions you have, go over the key parts of the modules and interact there. And for the time of the session, we're actually going to decide tomorrow, because what I'm doing is the people who join $1 Million Investor, I'm sending out a survey to see what days and times are most convenient for them. It's really important for me to be able to have as many people on those sessions live as possible. So I'm sending out that survey, and then based on whatever time is the most convenient for the most number of people, that's when we're going to hold the live sessions each week. And the live sessions will be recorded and instantly uploaded to a private platform. So if you're part of $1 Million Investor, you're going to receive those recordings instantly afterwards. And because it's important, one of the biggest benefits of this program is that you're going to be able to learn interactively. Even if you miss a live session, we have first of all, a dedicated email address where you can send your emails to. And we also have the $1 Million Investor community, which is a community that is going to have all of the $1 Million Investor members, and you can ask your questions there. I'll be in that community answering questions. I'll have other financial experts also in that community answering questions as well. So that was a great question. Thank you. Thank you. Monica says, for $1 Million Investor, I'll be traveling during the holidays. Would I be able to review the lessons I missed during that time? Yes, I realize it's the holidays. And so there's 1 week where we're taking a break just for the Christmas holiday week, because I realize no one's going to want to come on and talk about investing with me on Christmas Day probably. But for the other sessions, and all the sessions will be recorded and instantly uploaded so that you have access to them. And you have lifetime access for everything. So you can watch live or you can watch at your own pace. And for the rest of my life, you have access to all of the recordings as well. So you can just go at your own pace. You can go back and refresh and make sure that you're truly digesting the information. Damaris asks, for the $1 Million Investor, would you recommend it for a total beginner like me? Damaris, yes, absolutely. $1 Million Investor, the way I've designed it, I've spent since May trying to figure out the right way to design this program so that you can learn the most and take the most out of it. The way I've designed it is it's designed for the absolute beginner, where even if you know nothing about investing, if you've never invested a single dollar, or maybe you've invested your first $10 here today with me, you are going to be able to learn from the very beginning. And then each week we build on that knowledge, and it becomes a little more advanced each week, so that by the end you really know a lot about investing, and you can feel very confident as an investor that you've set up your investment portfolio the right way with the right things in it for your personal situation, for whatever your money goals are, for whatever your time horizon is. So I absolutely recommend it for the absolute beginner, as well as for people who have already started investing. If you've already started investing, but you're just looking to have a little more confidence or make sure that you're doing things right, $1 Million Investor is also perfect for you. Jessica asks, is there a minimum amount of money to invest during the program? So with $1 Million Investor, it doesn't matter if you have $10 that you're ready to invest right now, or $100 or $10,000. Whatever amount you have to invest with right now, that is perfect. That is our starting point. What it's really about, the 6-week program, is to show you where to put your investments, how to think about structuring your portfolio, where you want to allocate things to think as you're thinking about things like risk. And those principles are going to apply whether you're starting with $10 or $100 or $1,000. So there's no minimum amount. I'm seeing a lot of people joining $1 Million Investor. I want to say welcome to $1 Million Investor, Jade M. I saw Gabe just joined. Congratulations. I'm so excited to see you guys in $1 Million Investor. This is going to be really fun. Oh, Mary says, I'm so ready for this $1 Million Investor program. Where do we sign up? You're going to go to erika.com/wealth to grab your spot. And just remember that you have until Thursday, 11:59 p.m. to join for 50% off. And also for the first 100 people, if you join, you're going to get my free, you're going to get access to my personal portfolio, plus a live session just like this, where I'm actually explaining why I've chosen the investments I've chosen for my personal portfolio, my thought behind them, and then answering any questions that you have. So that's available for the first 100 people who joined today. Welcome, Morgan. So excited to see you guys. So with that, I wanted to say I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for taking the time to be part of this. For those of you who are joining, I am so excited to see you inside of $1 Million Investor and continue this journey together. You can go to erika.com/wealth to grab your spot. And with that, have an amazing day. Remember, it is never too late to start investing. I believe in you and you can do it. Thank you guys. Bye.